Richmond TV presents This Week in Richmond.
Welcome back to Richmond TV's This Week in Richmond. In this episode, we'll be covering the events in the City of Richmond from August 14th to August 24th. Today's guests will be members from the Richmond Community Theater to talk about their upcoming production of Footloose. First, let's look at Parks and Recreation. The children's entertainment series featuring Ben the Lego Guy will be on Thursday, August 21st at 11 a.m. It'll be located at the BB Park Pavilion and is a free family fun event. Crafts to Go releases their last crafts of the season on August 15th. The Recreation Department will be making free weekly craft kits available for pickup on Fridays. The crafts are designed for ages 6 to 12 years old with minimal adult help. There will be 30 kits available on first-come, first-served basis, only one kit per child. You can also follow along on the show with the same name, posted to the Richmond TV YouTube channel Fridays at 8 a.m. As a reminder, the Odd Gym floor is currently being replaced, so it will be closed until the first week of September. Thank you for your patience and understanding. The City Pool open swim hours are Monday through Thursday, 1 to 5 p.m. and 6 to 8 p.m. Fridays, 1 to 7 p.m. Weekends go from 1 to 5 p.m. Open swim is $5 per person, with the children's ages 2 and under free. You may also purchase summer passes. Individuals are $72 for residents and $84 for non-residents. Family passes are $144 for residents and $160 for non-residents. Seniors, at least 60 years of age, are $60. Seniors Only Swim takes place on Saturdays from June 23rd through August 29th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Cost to enter is $3 or punch cards are $30 for 12 punches. Now on to the Lois Wagner Memorial Library. Senior exercise will be happening every Monday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. This program goes at your own pace and is guided by an instructor to help with movement. Now it's time for the city meeting schedule. The Planning Commission meeting will be held at City Hall on Thursday, August 14th at 7 p.m. City Council will be meeting on Monday, August 18th at 6 p.m., same location. And Friends of the Lois Wagner Memorial Library will be meeting on August 19th at 5:30 p.m. in the Lois Wagner Memorial Library meeting room. The Richmond Artisan and Farmers Market will be on every Thursday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. through October 2nd. They will be closed during Good Old Days Week. They'll be at the municipal parking lot behind the Veteran Memorial in downtown Richmond. Come out and support your local vendors this summer. As a reminder, District 3 water bills are due on Friday, August 15th. You can pay online by going www.cityofrichmond.net or stop into City Hall to pay in person. The City of Richmond will be hosting a Community Shred Days. Stop at City Hall with all your old documents and bills to shred and dispose of. The event will be held in the City of Richmond City Hall parking lot from noon to 3 p.m. The Richmond Community Theater will be putting on a performance of the musical hit Footloose from August 15th through the 17th and August 22nd through the 24th. Show starts at 7:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays starting at 2 p.m. Tickets for adults are $20, seniors and students are $15, and children 7 and under are $5. You can purchase tickets online at Richmond Theater, spelled with an R-E.com. We'll be right back to talk with Melanie Schmidt, Jacob Pacito, and director Eleanor Schmidt to talk about the upcoming production of Footloose. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to This Week in Richmond. I'm joined by the Richmond Community Theater on their production of Footloose. We have Melanie Schmidt, Jacob Pacito, and Eleanor Schmidt. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So let's start at the beginning. What made Richmond Community Theater choose Footloose for this production?
We just wanted a very high energy, heartfelt musical to kick off our 60th season. It's a great summer musical. We have a lot of talent, and it's the perfect time to put that on, and it just aligned perfectly.
Good. For anyone who might only know the movie, how would you describe the stage version in just a few words?
I would say it's engaging and energetic and very heartfelt. It's about coming together as a community, but it also has the nostalgia of the film, so it has all the great music and the dance numbers, but the message is still the same across.
Okay. How closely do you follow the original stage or film version? Where did you add your own twists?
We definitely follow the stage version. So the stage version is a really nice sort of combination of paying tribute to the film from the 80s with Kevin Bacon, but then also putting the sort of theatrical magic along with it. It's all the best features that you can expect from a live show.
Okay. The set and costumes really help to bring the story to life. What era are you aiming for?
So we're definitely playing tribute to the 80s with a little bit of like a modern twist. I still want it to resonate with today's audiences. But we're definitely playing tribute to the 80s. So you'll see a lot of denim, you know, small town country charm, awesome hair, you know, all that fun stuff, the makeup. So it'll be a really fun experience for those that lived through it and then those who are just liking the trends of the 80s since everything sort of repeats.
It always comes back, doesn't it? So how did the casting process go? Any surprises during auditions?
Honestly, it was a difficult casting. We had such a great talent pool come out. These, you know, adults and, you know, youths are just so talented. It really made our job difficult, but honestly, like seeing where we've come, like I'm so happy with the casting. I'm so happy with our cast in general. They are putting 110% in, and it's just been a wonderful journey to watch it from beginning to end.
So what was it like for casting for you two, going through the audition process and all that?
Well, for me, it was quite an interesting process because there was only, I mean, at the original audition, there was only 2 other like teen males going for the role of Ren. So it was quite an interesting experience, especially considering one of them was my brother and the other was one of my best friends. So it was a little tense at times. There was some competition, especially between my brother and I. But in the end, there was no hard feelings, and it was honestly a very enjoyable experience. It was also the first time I ever experienced like a callback. So coming back and having like a set of songs and things I had to learn and practice for before I re-auditioned, it was a very interesting and professional experience.
What about you, Melanie?
For me, there was a lot of girls that went out for Ariel, so it was a little competitive and a little nerve-wracking, but when I got the email that I'd be playing Ariel, I screamed. I was so excited. So it's definitely been like a dream to be able to play this part.
Were there any funny or unexpected moments during rehearsals that you can share with us?
I'll let you guys sort of kick it off if you have any.
Well, there is this one song that the ladies sing, Holding Out for a Hero. They sing, and it's like this dream sequence that happens because it starts with the cast is like in this burger joint, and the girls start singing the song, and then everybody is supposed to freeze in the background as the ladies sing and dance and tell the story. So me and my friend Elliot are in the very back center of the stage, and I'm behind the counter at the burger joint, and he's hanging on the bar there, and we're supposed to be frozen, but during rehearsals we were anything but frozen. So we'd have random conversations from just like, hey, how's life, to you trying to play games or do something after this? Like, what's your availability? What are you thinking? Versus like, hey, how do you think the show's going? This is a pretty good run, I think. So it was wild. It was fun, but definitely now as we creep closer to the show, we're frozen now. But.
Right. What about you, Melanie?
I think the whole cast, we're all just like a really fun group of people, so we always have fun together. So even if someone like messes up the lyrics in a song or says the wrong line, it's always something we can laugh off and, you know, just crack a joke about it backstage and that sort of thing. So it's just always lighthearted and fun.
How is it trying to wrangle everyone?
I definitely have had my hands full, but they're such a great group of individuals. Like, they're so respectful, and like there's a time to like goof around. I mean, that's all what theater is. You bond together. So it's important to have those moments, but you know, sometimes you mean business, and they're willing to jump right in and give it their all, which is really wonderful and really impressive to see, you know, such a young group of kids that are willing to do that. Sometimes it can be hard to get their attention, but as soon as they dial in, it's like you can't touch them. They're locked for most of the time.
Most of the time. Except for when they're supposed to be frozen. So the Footloose soundtrack is legendary. How did the cast prepare for that and the choreography?
Yeah, so we started up in June, and really half of our cast was double dipped. So we were doing Into the Woods Junior at the same time, and a large number of our students were also in that. So we started a little bit earlier because of that scheduling conflict, but we have set music rehearsals where we would go through each song, same with choreography days. And I think what's so special about musicals is you learn everything kind of separate, right? You learn the music separate, you learn the dances kind of separate, and then you learn like your actual staging, right? Once you put it all together, that's when the magic really starts to happen. And just to see that progression from beginning to end has been just a joy to watch, because you know, just seeing them like rise above and continue to like improve and then add in new twists, it's like keeps me on my toes, but then it gives them that artistic, you know, liberty to continue to grow as artists. And it's been really wonderful to see, but a lot of logistics goes into that planning.
Oh yeah. So which musical number do you think will have the audience tapping their feet the most?
I mean, Footloose is classic. That everyone knows that one, but there's so many great songs like I Can't Stand Still, Mama Says, Holding Out for a Hero, Let's Hear It for the Boy. There's really something in there for everyone. If you don't tap your toes at any point throughout the show, you know, I would be shocked.
Right.
You know?
That sounds like a personal problem.
Exactly.
Do you have a personal favorite moment in the show, musically or choreographically, for all you?
For me, I would probably say one of my favorite numbers is honestly like Holding Out for a Hero. I love the dramatic of it because it's a dream sequence. So they're in this burger joint and they're just fantasizing about like, oh, if only, you know, I could find my significant other or this guy or that guy. And then all of a sudden it just comes to life on stage and they paint this whole picture. It's so cheesy and dramatic that I just love that. So that's one of my favorites for sure.
Nice. You two, do you have a personal favorite moment in the show?
Well, my favorite moment, personally, I would say is this dialogue between Ren and Reverend Moore near the end of, and I guess the climax of the story, because in the original 1984 movie, when Ren returns and he has this conversation with the Reverend, and it cuts, it's the very end, and he's like, thank you for your time, and he walks out, and then Ariel comes in and says, what was happening? And the Reverend's like, oh, I was talking with Ren. But in the musical, they really dig deep into this conversation, and we get to hear what they were talking about. So there's this very heartfelt and tense and really deep conversation between the Reverend and Ren, because they're talking about some of their internal struggles and some of the things they've dealt with. Because, I mean, even though the plot of the movie is, and the musical is about dancing and cutting loose and allowing to be a free spirit and everything, there's this deeper underlying theme of, like, what is the world that we're raising our children in, and what are we what world are we leaving behind for the next generation? So it's almost this conversation between Ren and the Reverend, like, is this the world you want to leave behind for the next generation? And it really hits home for me, and I think it's a very interesting and deep theme, and that's my favorite scene.
It chokes me up every time I watch it.
My favorite, I really like the number Let's Hear It for the Boy. That's a really fun part of the show. It's this huge dance number, and everyone's having fun. There's a huge dance break in it, and I'm a dancer, so I'm a sucker for that. It's like people doing gymnastics and turning and leaping, and it's just, there's so much going on in it. It's such a fun and energetic number, super entertaining, and I think the audience will love it.
All right. Why do you think Footloose still resonates with audiences today?
I think that it's one of those, the message is quite clear. Every generation has that message of, you know, I'm going to sort of break out of the norm, right? I'm going to set and make my own pathway, right? And I think this story does that. And the other portion of it is, you know, it takes place in a small town, and it's about, you know, communities that maybe go through an experience or a grief or a loss. And it's really about coming together as a community, and instead of shutting out or using fear to dictate, you know, how you're going to move forward, it's about opening your heart and really seeing each other and understanding one another. And I think that resonates more than ever right now. And I think it's about coming together and really as one community being there and supporting each other. And I think that's something that at any time in anyone's life, no matter the year or the generation, it's something that's needed.
Okay. Were there any tricky technical or staging challenges that you had to creatively solve?
I wouldn't say necessarily like tricky. I would say for Richmond Community Theater, we have kind of a different kind of staging, right? We are a renovated church from the 1800s, so we're not your typical proscenium stage.
Right.
We don't have the biggest staging, so you have to be kind of, you know, purposeful when you're doing your set design, when you're doing your staging of dances and choreography and where people are going to be for different scenes. And I think that as a director, it makes me think outside of the box so that, you know, we can adapt our stage to fit the bill. And I think that would probably be the most tricky, because, you know, you have 20-some bodies on a smaller stage, so you have to create levels. You have to be you have to think about the little nuances so that, you know, you're bringing it to life. Whereas when you have a larger space, you have a lot more room, right? You can be think outside the box in a different capacity.
Right.
For us, we have to sort of navigate that within a smaller space, and I think we do a really wonderful job of that, and it makes the setting much more intimate for the audience and as the viewer.
Yeah. For sure, you know, a lot of the productions that I've been to for Richmond Community Theater, that is one of the separations, to say, from Port Huron Civic Theater, where, yeah, you're in a normal theater where you're kind of far away, but in this theater, you're close up to the action. So, yeah, it creates less space between you and the audience in both a physical and metaphorical.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
What's next for Richmond Community Theater after Footloose wraps?
So Footloose kicks off our 60th season. We've been around for 60 years. So after that, we have auditions coming up on the 18th and 19th for Misery, which will be going up in the end of October. Then we have our Christmas show, which is going to be Scrooge the Musical. So that will be auditioning in early September. And then next year, we'll be doing Noises Off. And then the 25th annual Putnam Spelling Bee will round out our season for the 60th. So jam-packed, a lot of comedy, a lot of heartfelt moments, some, you know, thriller aspects. It's a really nice, well-rounded season. So whether you're looking to audition, to help behind scenes, like whether it's stage crew or technical, or just coming to support and see the show and support the community theater, there's something in there for everyone.
All right. For anyone watching right now, when and where can they see Footloose, and how can they get their tickets?
Yes, you can visit richmondcommunitytheater.com. We also have Facebook and Instagram, where you can visit those and purchase directly from our online site. You can also purchase at the door as well. And then right at Richmond Community Theater on Churchill and Parker. So to come out and support us. We will be running for 2 weekends. We open on the 15th and run through the 25th.
24th.
24th. So from the 15th to the 24th, you can come out and see us.
All right. Is there anything any of you would like to add?
No, I think that pretty much sums it up for me.
All good? Okay.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Not a problem. Thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure.
All right. And you can make sure you go to www.richmondtheater, that's theater with an R-E, not E-R.com. And then you can purchase your tickets there, look at all the information that they have for upcoming shows, all of that. You can also follow them on Facebook and Instagram. So, yeah. All right. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day.